to pass the bill so that you can find out what is in it.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
If there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here, or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun, and fire 2 blasts.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Ho, ho, ho.
Good morning, Memphis and the Mid-South. You're listening to Straight Down the Line with Charlotte and Charles.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
And now, here's Charlotte and Charles.
Hang on, mistletoe, I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, fireside's blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
And we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program, Straight Down the Line with Charlotte and Charles, the real straight talk on your airwaves, KWAM 990, ladies and gentlemen. Just happy to be here with my co-host, Charlotte Bergman. I'm Charles Johnson. What a show we have for you today. And I know everybody's wondering what we think about the Duck Dynasty stuff, and we're going to get to that. But we have some housekeeping items to get out of the way first.
Hey, Charles, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Well, it's just that Christmas time of year.
Merry
Time
Christmas,
for joy and
Memphis and Shelby
time
County.
for cheer.
Listen, it is warm out there today. This is a good time to get out and finish off your Christmas shopping, but also to remember the reason for the season, and it is Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you better believe that the birth of the Lord is Savior of the world, Jesus Christ. And, you know, I say that unequivocally because that's the real reason for the season. It's not about wreaths and trees and presents. It is not about Santa Claus. Don't even worry about what color Santa Claus is. It's not even about Santa Claus. It's about the birth of the Lord Jesus Christ. And so as you're doing all this other stuff, if you're not emphasizing Jesus, then you're truly, truly missing the mark. And so we have some in-studio guests with us today. But before we get to that, Herbie Systems, ladies and gentlemen, our sponsors for the hour. Herbie Systems, they are experts in lawn and landscaping care. Kenny Crenshaw is the president, CEO of Herbie Systems. They've been in business a long time, ladies and gentlemen, well over 2 decades. And they are here to meet your lawn and landscaping care needs. Do you need tips for turf grass? Do you need tips about an irrigation system? Herbie Systems also offers irrigation services as of February of this year. So be sure to get some information on that. Herbie Systems, ladies and gentlemen, they do residential, they do industrial, and the best part, they offer free estimates. Free estimates, ladies and gentlemen. Give Kenny a call at 901-382-5296. That's 901-382-LAWN. 901-382-LAWN. Give Kenny a call and let him kill your weeds.
You get better and better at that every week, Charles. Good job. Please call in and talk with us. We have in the studio some of our finest, our commanders with our military. We have Department Commander George Harper. We have, good morning, sir. We have 10th District Commander of the American Legion, Mr. Commander Michael HALE. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And this time of year is a good time to be reminded that these men served and kept us safe. And not only them, they are representing a large number of people in this community and throughout the world, represent a people who actually fought for our country. Some gave all, some gave parts of their bodies, some gave in many ways that we aren't aware. But one of the reasons I asked them to join us is because when you drive through the Memphis area, there are a number of great people who served us, who are standing on the corners begging. That is not the way you actually give support to those who served us. It sort of gives credence to that old statement, no good deed goes unpunished. Is that right?
Well, you know, it's truly some of our veterans are in a sad state of affairs. And, you know, of course, there is more that the government can do as we look at how the government, for example, provides so much for illegal aliens, for example. But a lot of our, well, you know, I kind of got to go there. But our military veterans that have served and bled and endured hardship for this country, dodging bullets, killing terrorists, and getting limbs blown off, and they can't hardly get what they need. We have definitely got to change that. But we can talk about what the government is doing all day long. Not a whole lot we can do about that. But what are we doing? And I think that, you know, when we get into especially talking about the season of giving, what can we do to help
exactly
a military veteran?
Exactly. And if you have some suggestions after listening to our commanders, give us a call at 901-260-5926. 901-260-5926. Good morning, Commander Harper. Would you mind telling us a little bit about the American Legion and what they do?
What the American Legion does is we come out and take care of veterans and their dependents. Okay. I'm okay now? Thank you.
Good now, Commander. Yes, sir.
Thank you. I didn't want to carry too far. Anyway, we take care of veterans, kids, and their family overall.
Great.
The American Legion has been around since 1919 and has always been take care of the veterans. And then we added take care of the children, and then we started adding programs. And all of the programs you have, the American Legion Boys State, American Legion Oratorical Contest, American Legion Baseball, American Legion Scouting, Sons of the American Legion Auxiliary, which is the wives of the veterans that are members of their Legion. And then you have the Legion Riders, which is a bunch of bikers. They joined together. They are veterans.
Wow, I've heard about them.
Nice.
And they joined together, and they've formed a chapter also. Of course, the American Legion take care of temporary family assistance and National Emergency Fund. These are a few of the things that we do.
And do you need some help with those programs, or are you guys doing a good job without the help of us and the government?
And a lot of this is up to the individual families and the veterans themselves. When you have the programs that we just named, a lot of it would be taking the family, taking their kid and say, look, you need to take part of the oratorical contest, or you need to become a member of the Boy Scouts, or you need to join a baseball team and become a member of the baseball team for the American Legion also.
Okay.
So a lot of it is on the family that they take pride in themselves and saying, why not take care of this and have fun? So,
why did you join the Legionnaires, and how long have you been involved?
If I tell you the truth, you'd kill me, but that's besides the point. My brother-in-law actually talked me into joining the American Legion after I did 27 years in the Air Force. I sort of had no direction to go. So what happened is he convinced me to join, and then my wife joined. So after we joined, we just, like everybody else, we were just a number on the book. But then we began to get involved because of all the programs they have to offer. Then we just got progressed on.
I met you at an event held at the West Tennessee Veterans Funeral, the cemetery,
the
right?
The cemetery, right.
Right, and you guys sponsor or you guys participate in a lot of programs. When many of our great members who have served leave this country, leave this world, you guys tend to help and officiate at the funerals. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Okay, good. And one of our great members who left was Carl Porter, and I tell you, he was a great, great man.
That was my hero.
Great. All right. Well, thank you for that, Commander. Was it difficult to become a department commander because you are the man? Is that correct?
Well, you could put it like that.
All
yes.
right.
All right now.
It wasn't difficult. It was a trail that you go through, trial and error that you go through. And when you become a legionnaire, you go up under scrutiny. And from your department executive committees and your national executive committee, you have people that are watching you every day in all the events and occasions. And as a result, your performance is what builds your status, and your status is what gets you appointed to potentially become, I should say, an officer. And then from there, it goes on up, and then they come in and they vote, and they say, okay, you got it.
So it wasn't easy to do it. It wasn't like you arbitrarily one day stood up and somebody said, okay, you're it. It took hard work, and that's what we need, people to actually do hard work in order to accomplish the goals that they want to out of life. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Yes, sir. We have a phone call. Charles, would you?
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break first, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get into the phone call, we're going to have more with our commanders here. And also, we're going to bring up, ladies and gentlemen, what you can do to help. 901-260-5926, 901-260-5926. We'll get to your phone calls after this messages and after these temptations.
And don't go away, because Commander Michael HALE is going to tell you how veterans who need help can get some services that are offered by our government that many people aren't aware of. Okay.
Would you listen to me? Now hear what I say. We wish you a Merry Christmas to each one of you. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright.
I love you, Mom, but I need help.
If your loved one is experiencing dementia, Alzheimer's, or debilitating arthritis and need extra care assistance, call Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home at 901-388-6903 or 901-281-8292. They render services with love. Give Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home a call today.
Check us out on the web at angelicvisits.com.
Has your mortgage company denied your request for help? Are you getting foreclosure notices, legal notices threatening to garnish your paycheck? I relocated my family to Memphis following Hurricane Katrina. I personally know the devastating effects financial problems can have on you and your family. The hopelessness of not knowing where to turn, the feeling there's no way out. My name is Brett Bernard, managing partner of RMC. I want you to know you have options and there is hope. We've helped many people just like you avoid foreclosure, garnishments, and deficiency judgments through loss mitigation. I know what you're going through, and I want you to know you're not alone. We can find a solution. Call me today, 901-591-1144, or visit us on the web at www.rmchelp.com.
Call RMC Managing Partner Brett Bernard at 901-591-1144.
We don't know much about St. Augustine grass in Florida or Kentucky bluegrass up here in the north. But we know all about Memphis grasses, Bermuda, fescue, and zoysia. And the weeds that infest them. We know every weed and how to kill them. Because Herbisystems has been doing exactly that for over 25 years in Memphis.
Want the real Memphis experts to kill your weeds? Call Herbisystems at 382-LAWN.
Let me kill your weeds.
Everyone knows Patrick's has great made-from-scratch home cooking, but when was the last time you thought of Patrick's for dinner?
Whether it's the fresh North Atlantic salmon grilled to order, the hickory smoked apple bourbon pork tenderloin, or the rich and creamy blackened chicken pasta, Patrick's is sure to have something for everyone in your family. Every Friday and Saturday night, they slow roast choice prime rib. Their simple recipe uses quality beef, aged in-house, and yields a succulent treat you won't find anywhere else. Don't wait. Come early before it runs out. Patrick's caters, too. Having an office party, teacher appreciation day, or business luncheon? Let Patrick's do all the work and you take the credit. We'll deliver parties of 20 or more, or you can pick it up. Choose from party platters to our fabulous meats and veggies, and we'll have it hot and ready. Don't see what you want on our menu? Just ask. We cater to almost any need, from weddings and rehearsal dinners to birthday parties and business functions. Check out our menu at patricksmemphis.com or stop by 4972 Park Avenue. Park at Mount Moriah.
Patrick's, where great home cooking is just the beginning.
Hi, this is Charlotte Bergman. I'm so looking forward to spreading cheer and enjoying my family as Jack Frost is nipping at our noses during this upcoming holiday. I hope you will enjoy this wonderful holiday too. More than 9.6 million Americans are still unemployed. Please take time to honor a vet or to help the homeless during this season. Take time to share the joy, which is the true meaning of the holidays. Please visit us at electbergman.com. Happy holidays all, from Charlotte Bergman's house to your house.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, straight down the line with Charlotte and Charles, the real straight talk. Charles Johnson here, along with my co-host, Charlotte Bergman. And we got some calls here.
We got a caller.
We got a caller. We're going to get to the caller right now. Caller, you're on straight down the line with Charlotte and Charles.
Well, welcome, and wish you all Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Before we get started here, George?
Okay.
And
Michael.
Michael, right?
Right.
Now, George, you know me. I'm Carl Burkholz.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. And, the question is, what can our community do? I'm a member of our West Tennessee Veterans Home Committee effort that we've been working on for the last couple of years, and we're just in the throes of embarking on a capital campaign that will be kicking off in January. Right. But the need of our veterans is great in the Tri-County area. We have over 70,000, probably around 74,000 veterans in the Tri-County area. Over 60,000, 63,000 plus are right here in Shelby County. And we do not have a veterans home in this area. And we've been working on this project, and our people are dedicated to make this happen. We're talking about a 144-bed facility. We have to come up with several sites from which the state veterans group will select where the home will be built. It's a 144-bed facility. Probably not known to too many people. We have a number of veterans at the VA Medical Center right now. Amputees, paraplegics, wheelchair-bound veterans who, due to the lack of a home that's close enough for their families to visit, that's capable of taking care of them, they're at the VA Medical Center. because there is no facility within the area that has the resources to take care of them, which is kind of a sorry state of affairs for those veterans who have given as much as they've given.
Oh, my goodness.
And are stuck at the VA Medical Center. I don't mean that in a negative way, but it'd be much nicer if they were in a facility that was much easier for their families to visit. But we're asking that all the veterans in our Tri-County area support our effort. Let your congressmen and your local politicians know that this is something that you want. This is something that you need, and this is something that you deserve because of your efforts and the number of sacrifices that many of you have made to give us what we have as a country. As a veteran myself, I understand what that need is, and we're asking all our veterans, because not a large number of veterans belong to veterans organizations. It's something like 2 or 3% of the total that actually belong to an organization. Many of the rest are out there working or sitting on the sidelines watching what's going on. We would like them to get involved in these organizations, such as what George and Michael are involved with, and to support our effort. I think George Harper, I know George personally, and I know that he recognizes what that need is, and I'm sure that Michael does also. So you asked the question, what can we do? We can let our politicians and local and state representatives and federal representatives know what it is that we need here in the Tri-County area. We have the numbers to support 5 veterans homes, 144-bed facilities. We don't have any. We're just trying to get the first one. And once we get the first one, then we'll go for the second one. But Charlotte, this is a pressing need that's been here for a long time, and it's something we need to do.
And we sure do thank you so much for those comments. We want our commanders to comment on that and also tell us about aid and attendance and how and what do we need to do to help our veterans. Give us that information.
You know, most of our veterans, and I don't know why our government does this, but most of our veterans are ignorant about aid and attendance. And this is a tremendous, once they get on it, lifelong tax-free benefit for veterans and their spouses to help them live out the balance of their life, and it's like it's a secret. And we've got people that actually make money telling veterans about what they already should know. And that's kind of a sorry state of affairs. That's my personal feeling, but...
yes, indeed. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carl, for the phone call on today. And we're gonna bring our commanders in here for them to tell us about how we can work through you to help out. Thank you so much, Carl.
We are a 501c3, and you can go in on our www.veterans.home.com, our website, and it'll tell you about the home and also offer an opportunity for those of you that are willing and able to support us financially. You can do that right on our website.
Okay. And
thank you for the time to let me talk here.
Oh, yes, sir. And thank you so much, Carl, for the phone call. We really do appreciate it.
All righty. Thank you.
All right, and going to our commanders now, if you would tell us about how we can work with your organization to help you.
To work with us, to help us on like the project he's talking about, the Veterans Home. I'm familiar with that very much so. I was on the committee for a while. But what we need is a Veterans Home in this area. The closest one is in Humboldt, Tennessee. And what is happening, if a person gets sick, they have to drive all the way to Humboldt to see their loved ones and then come back. It's 140 miles total. So you have to take in mind they can't go on a regular basis. What he asked, can we help them purchase, help them get this? One of the things we got to keep in mind is if we can get every listener to contribute just at least $5 a piece, that would help the effort along in getting the initial funds to buy the properties and the stuff for the Veterans Home. The thing other is to go to the different organizations. You got the American Legion, the VFW, the DAV. That's the one I keep forgetting. That you can always get them to get on the same program with us. You call their members, call the people and say, hey, donate $5 a person. If we go there throughout the city with 500,000 people, we should make the initial funds in order to get it.
And, this is something that, I believe everybody should and could and should contribute to. Look, ladies and gentlemen, $5. I think that's what the minimum that you're asking, right. $5. You're gonna blow that going to McDonald's and getting an extra value meal. You're gonna get that away. So why not redirect that to assist in building this Veterans Home? Do you know how much we need total to get the Veterans Home here?
The last count I heard, it was like $8 million.
$8 million.
That was the last count. Now, that's for just one home. Keep that in mind. Yes. So how
many homes are you looking at that you want to have in this area?
We have enough veterans in this area to support 3.
To support 3 homes. Okay.
Yes. And this is what we need, is to cover all of the veterans in the tri-state area. One of the things, the stipulations about if you discharged in Shelby County, you're eligible.
Okay. Okay, well, we get ready to go to break, so we thank you so much for being with us on this morning. If you could, just one more time, give us the information about how people can help you help our veterans before we go.
What's the best way? Go ahead, Michael.
Oh, the best way is to, like you said, the minimum of $5. What we have done in the past is we've been going around getting a lot of signatures from veterans, and getting those signatures, what we're doing is they're taking that to Congress so we can, by way of getting them to support us as well. And we've gotten a lot of signatures, as you know, from veterans as well as from civilians, that's saying that they're looking forward to getting this home closer in this area, because some of those same civilians, you have family members that are veterans as well.
Right. Right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, so much for being with us, commanders. And as we begin to go to break, ladies and gentlemen, your phone calls, 260-5926, 260-5926. We salute our veterans that have been with us here in the studio today, our commanders. And ladies and gentlemen, we plead with you to work with them to help us get a veterans hospital in this community for these veterans. Straight down the line with Charlotte and Charles, the real Straight Talk. Be right back.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
I love you, Mom, but I need help.
If your loved one is experiencing dementia, Alzheimer's, or debilitating arthritis and need extra care assistance, call Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home at 901-388-6903 or 901-281-8292. They render services with love. Give Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home a call today.
Check us out on the web at angelicvisits.com.
Everyone knows Patrick's has great made-from-scratch home cooking, but when was the last time you thought of Patrick's for dinner?
Whether it's the fresh North Atlantic salmon grilled to order, the hickory smoked apple bourbon pork tenderloin, or the rich and creamy blackened chicken pasta, Patrick's is sure to have something for everyone in your family. Every Friday and Saturday night, they slow roast choice prime rib. Their simple recipe uses quality beef, aged in-house, and yields a succulent treat you won't find anywhere else. Don't wait. Come early before it runs out. Patrick's caters, too. Having an office party, teacher appreciation day, or business luncheon? Let Patrick's do all the work and you take the credit. We'll deliver parties of 20 or more, or you can pick it up. Choose from party platters to our fabulous meats and veggies, and we'll have it hot and ready. Don't see what you want on our menu? Just ask. We cater to almost any need, from weddings and rehearsal dinners to birthday parties and business functions. Check out our menu at patricksmemphis.com or stop by 4972 Park Avenue. Park at Mount Moriah.
Patrick's, where great home cooking is just the beginning.
We don't know much about St. Augustine grass in Florida or Kentucky bluegrass up here in the north. But we know all about Memphis grasses, Bermuda, fescue, and zoysia. And the weeds that infest them. We know every weed and how to kill them. Because Herbie Systems has been doing exactly that for over 25 years in Memphis.
Want the real Memphis experts to kill your weeds? Call Herbie Systems at 382-LAWN.
Let me kill your weeds.
According to the economists, the recession is over. But for millions of Americans, we just aren't feeling it yet. We're behind on our home mortgage, we have credit card debt up to our ears, and the creditors are calling. What can you do? Where can you go? I'm Glenn Green, Chief Negotiator at RMC, in association with the Law Office of Leonard Van Eaton and Title Assurance and Escrow. RMC has the answers. We can analyze your situation and advise you of the options available to help you manage through your financial difficulties. We offer services including loan modification, loss mitigation, wrongful foreclosure assistance, bankruptcy, and more. Call us at 591-1144 for a free consultation. It might just give you some peace of mind.
Hi, this is Charlotte Bergman. I'm so looking forward to spreading cheer and enjoying my family as Jack Frost is nipping at our noses during this upcoming holiday. I hope you will enjoy this wonderful holiday too. More than 9.6 million Americans are still unemployed. Please take time to honor a vet or to help the homeless during this season. Take time to share the joy, which is the true meaning of the holidays. Please visit us at electbergman.com. Happy holidays all, from Charlotte Bergman's house to your house.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, straight down the line with Charlotte and Charles, the real straight talk. 260-5926 if you want to get on the program today. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the rest of the news of the day, we wanted to clarify a couple of points. Number one, we're looking to get a veterans home. We need 3 veterans homes in here. I think I said home for veterans. You
said hospital.
Yeah, I said hospital. I'm sorry. So definitely we want to clarify that point. They're trying to get the first veterans home here, but they have enough veterans in this area to serve 3. And so we wanted to clarify that. And we also wanted to let Commander HALE talk to us about aid and attendance.
Thank you very much, Charles.
Yes, sir.
The aid and attendance program, it's wartime veterans and their surviving spouses 65 years and older may be entitled to tax-free benefits called aid and attendance. The benefits were designed to provide financial assistance to help offset the cost of long-term care and the assisted living facility for for home care. Now, to find out if you qualify for this, the number is 877-427-8065. Again, it's 877-427-8065. This is free, tax-free money, and it's available to veterans who are 65 and older, and also to their surviving spouses. As much as a single veteran can get as much as $1,732. A married veteran can get as much as $2,054. 2 vets married can get as much as $2,676. And again, remember, that is tax-free money. I just wanted to share about how long I've been in the American Legion. I've been in for 14 years, but I've only been active for 3 years. I've never been a commander, a post commander, but I've got my training from Department Commander George Harper and Nancy Harper, and they just came to me and said, "What do you think about being a district commander?" I was like, "Well, I've never been a post commander." And so I kind of feel honored about that, being a district commander. It is a lot of work, and it's been a lot of work for me this year. And I'm looking forward to doing better next year. And once I got more involved in it, I learned more about what the American Legion is all about. And it's all about really helping veterans, and that's what I love to do, help veterans. And thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, anytime, Commander HALE. We thank you so much for that, and Godspeed in fulfilling the work that he has given you to do for our veterans. Truly an underserviced part of our community, and hopefully all of our listeners here at Straight Down the Line will at least reach in their pocket and get $5 and do that. At least do that and start there. And, hopefully we can have some recurring givers and that they will partner with you to get this done.
We thank you so much for that.
All right, and as we move into tell you what, transitioning out of that, we're talking about the season of giving, ladies and gentlemen. And as we begin to talk about giving and how giving must come from the heart, the Bible talks about this. The Bible talks about a lot of things, and it's just amazing how you can get in trouble in the church and out of the church talking about what the Bible says. I mean, it's just amazing to me how many Christians don't believe the Bible. I mean, Joe Bear, as I'm listening to the Duck Dynasty situation, and I'm looking at my Facebook page, and you had Christians coming on there that were just trashing, what was said. He's quoting from 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verses 9 through 20. And I'm like, I was just dumbfounded, Joe Bear. I'm like, y'all don't believe that?
I think you did a good job the other night debating the Army Bailey. And, just like some mothers think that a cure for anything is chicken soup, the Army Bailey thinks a cure for what ails this country is racism.
Race is the answer for the Army. He's going to go to that well every single time, and he's going to insult my youth and inexperience at the same time. Well, I'm going to give you a pass. He said to me on we debate on Fox 13 News at 10. We're both political insiders for Fox 13. And he says, I'm not going to hold it against him because he's young and he don't understand what it was like back then.
Yeah, you don't know anything about our history, Charles.
Yeah.
According to the Army Bailey.
Yeah, well, I can't help it that I'm only 34 years old. That wasn't my choice or my decision. But definitely I can become acquainted with it through my family members, my grandmother who went through the time period. My mother, who was an activist in her own right, who went through school desegregations and things like this. So, I didn't live it, but I got immediate family members that taught me about it. So, I mean, that's like eyewitness accounts and firsthand experience, so you can't discount that.
Well, I lived it. I sat in the back of the bus. I went to the Malco Theater, and I sat up in the balcony. But still, that doesn't mean that my past dictates my future, and I need to, as with other people, leave that behind, learn from it, and move on to make this world a better place so that we can all get along.
Right. But why don't we believe what the Bible says? I was dumbfounded. I couldn't believe these folks are Christians. They go to church and, I can't believe he said that. And I even had some Christians on my Facebook wall. They came out the closet, so to speak, because I had no idea. And they said that they didn't believe that homosexuality was a sin according to the Bible.
I'm shocked.
And my mind was blown. I couldn't believe it.
The scriptures that I'd read, stated that. But you know what's interesting, Charles? I used to read a story to my children. It was about a duck who walked around and carried a book under its wings, and everybody thought the duck was smart because he carried the book, but in actuality, he hadn't opened the book, okay?
Wow.
And that is what is happening with a lot of people who are Christians, who go to church all the time. They do not know what is in the book.
So they carry a Bible, but they don't read it. Kind of like Americans who don't know anything about the Constitution.
There you go. What do you think, Joe?
Well, how you doing there?
Cricket.
I've been sitting over here real quiet and trying to take this all in. The one thing that I know is probably the greatest statement I've ever heard. It came from Martin Luther King. He said, "I hope that someday we'll be known by the character that we have, as opposed to the color of our skin."
Mm-hmm.
And why people don't understand that, and why they still resort to excuses of lack of performance and all the grief and suffering, worried about other people. Worry about yourself. And it's a bad deck of cards that some people have been dealt, but in reality, the opportunities are here to do anything that you want to do. Now, you listen to the politicians and to the people that make a living off of race baiting, but let me tell you what the worst thing is. The poor have been downtrodden and pushed down to the point of desperation. There is no chance of recovery for some people under the system that we're operating under today. We told them that we were told yesterday by Obama, that if you don't have insurance, that's all right. We're going to give you catastrophic insurance so you can get it. I own a medical clinic, and I'll tell you that it's going to be very difficult for us to allow people to come into the clinic that have no insurance. Now, if you've got a card and you don't have it, you've been downtrodden. You've been pushed into false belief and another source of anxiety. We treat the poor at our clinic. If you've got TennCare, you can come to our clinic. I don't know many other places that you can for breast disease. But we feel it's a moral obligation. But I'm strained to the point that I'm not sure that I can keep this up. But
definitely, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
One thing I'd like to ask before we go to break. If you would call in on 260-5926, and if you want to talk about medical, Obamacare, about taxes, about liberal living, anything like that you feel you need to get off your chest, please call in at 260-5926.
We'll be right back, folks.
I love you, Mom, but I need help.
If your loved one is experiencing dementia, Alzheimer's, or debilitating arthritis and need extra care assistance, call Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home at 901-388-6903 or 901-281-8292. They render services with love. Give Angelic Visits and Prestige Care Home a call today.
Check us out on the web at angelicvisits.com.
We don't know much about St. Augustine grass in Florida or Kentucky bluegrass up here in the north. But we know all about Memphis grasses, Bermuda, fescue, and zoysia, and the weeds that infest them. We know every weed and how to kill them. Because HARPER Systems has been doing exactly that for over 25 years in Memphis.
Want the real Memphis experts to kill your weeds? Call HARPER Systems at 382-LAWN.
Let me kill your weeds.
Everyone knows Patrick's has great made-from-scratch home cooking, but when was the last time you thought of Patrick's for dinner?
Whether it's the fresh North Atlantic salmon grilled to order, the hickory smoked apple bourbon pork tenderloin, or the rich and creamy blackened chicken pasta, Patrick's is sure to have something for everyone in your family. Every Friday and Saturday night, they slow roast choice prime rib. Their simple recipe uses quality beef, aged in-house, and yields a succulent treat you won't find anywhere else. Don't wait. Come early before it runs out. Patrick's caters, too. Having an office party, teacher appreciation day, or business luncheon? Let Patrick's do all the work and you take the credit. We'll deliver parties of 20 or more, or you can pick it up. Choose from party platters to our fabulous meats and veggies, and we'll have it hot and ready. Don't see what you want on our menu? Just ask. We cater to almost any need, from weddings and rehearsal dinners to birthday parties and business functions. Check out our menu at patricksmemphis.com or stop by 4972 Park Avenue, Park at Mount Moriah.
Patrick's, where great home cooking is just the beginning.
Hi, this is Charlotte Bergman. I'm so looking forward to spreading cheer and enjoying my family as Jack Frost is nipping at our noses during this upcoming holiday. I hope you will enjoy this wonderful holiday too. More than 9.6 million Americans are still unemployed. Please take time to honor a vet or to help the homeless during this season. Take time to share the joy, which is the true meaning of the holidays. Please visit us at electbergman.com. Happy holidays all, from Charlotte Bergman's house to your house.
All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, straight down the line with Charlotte and Charles, the real Straight Talk, having a spirited discussion in here with our liberal producer
Christmas
over there.
Spirit.
I feel the Christmas spirit.
Well, he smiles between fussing at us. That makes it all right.
Well, but he kind of got offended, Joe, at something that you said.
Well, that's the story of my life.
What did you get offended about? No,
I
want you to.
He said that I was talking about a liberal life is not being right, and that's a license that I take.
But you were talking about, but you directed that at Cam, and Cam was saying that's not how he.
No, okay. I didn't. Hey, let's say it. I understand we got a caller, and I bet it's Alan.
Let's
Is it
move
Alan?
on, guys.
Alan, what's going on, brother?
How you doing, Joe Bear, Charles, and Miss Birdman?
Merry Christmas.
Miss Bird, you're running for Congress too, right? And I know you're a female. Check this out. I'm gonna give you a good example about when I was hearing the guys saying about the military. My uncle did. He did 22 years. He fought in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying it. Are you there, Charles?
Yeah, we listening, man.
Check it out. Mr. Bear, I say this many times. I tell my elders in my family, because that's how you learn your history, that your generation had more morality and more character, in my opinion. I don't trust another man, and I'm 44 years old. I don't trust another man but myself. The only black man I'd say gonna put me in the prospect is Alan. Check this out, Joe Bear.
All right, well, Alan, you know, that's what I knew that if we spent enough time with you over the years on the phone, and of course I even hear you call into other shows. I thought you used to call just to me, but we're starting to win you over because you're starting to realize the truth. God bless you.
I'll give you a good example of something. What the military and Memphis have in common?
What does the military and Memphis have in common?
I'm going to say I know the short for time. No, the military, when President Obama said he going to open up an investigation on these sexual allegations, that's the same thing they talk about in Memphis, these rape kits. And Charlotte, you run for Congress. And like Hillary, she would be a good candidate too. I would vote for her. And a lot of men want earthly power. And this was said that the Obamacare, it had glitches. Like the VA, they down there almost, some of those veterans are coming up disappearing.
Alan, wait. We call it when you call in. You need to ask questions and not to tell us everything.
Go ahead.
But I
Go
will
ahead.
tell you this: listening to the veterans, I'm a veteran, but listening to them talk about $8 million for a veterans home, when I think that we spend $8 million on studying tapeworms or something in the government.
Right.
I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
I went to the White House, and outside's a little guard shack where you check in, and the bottom wood of it was rotten with termites. And you could see it. It was plain as day.
Wow.
And then you worry about them building a veterans memorial, and they had to raise the money privately. It is nuts what goes on in this government.
You know what?
Alan,
glad-
thank you so much for the call, Alan. We gotta move on, man, because we only got a couple minutes.
But Alan did raise a good point. I have attended various town hall meetings with our current congressmen, and I've seen our VA veterans ask, okay, what have you done about my issue that I submitted a request for a few months ago? And you hear constantly, okay, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Say what you may about the former Congressman Harold Ford and Harold Ford Jr.'s administration. They provided good constituency services, and I personally believe that our VAs deserve the care and the care that they received after World War II. I mean, the GI Bill and what it provided for our veterans, provided them housing if they choose, education, and they didn't have to wait forever and a day in order to get those services.
Well, Charlotte, I mentioned a couple of weeks ago about Harold Ford and Harold Ford Jr. If you had a cat up in a tree and you were to call him, he'd have somebody there in 5 minutes. If you had a problem with your Social Security check, he'd take care of it in a day. Cohen doesn't even know where to call, much less how to make a correction at all. And with the VA benefits, the Montgomery GI Bill, I grew up in Meridian, Mississippi, next door to Sonny Montgomery.
Right.
Who did it. Anyway, so you're telling the truth about all of that, and that's why I keep coming on this program. By the way, I don't do it for any money. Nor I don't think y'all do either.
Neither do we.
But I keep coming on this. I keep coming on this program with the fervent hope that the smart people of this city, the smart people of this city, will replace Cohen with Charlotte Bergman and make this a wonderful city. Because I know that she'll take care of the city, not take care of herself like Congressman.
Well, you better believe that.
I tried to shake his hand at one time. He wouldn't even shake my hand.
He wouldn't shake your hand?
He doesn't know who I am.
He wouldn't shake mine either, so why should he shake yours?
Don't feel bad. He wouldn't shake my hand either.
Well, I know he doesn't shake it. He just the phone. He's a Pelosi puppet.
And, especially, ladies and gentlemen, we talking about supporting Charlotte Bergman. That's especially important when you look at what happened in Utah right quick. Gay couples are now wedding in Utah after a federal judge has overturned the same-sex marriage ban.
Isn't that a blessed event?
So as of last night, gay couples in Utah, as of last night, were getting married in Utah. A judge has once again overturned the will of the people, and this brings you back to Harry Reid and changing the Senate rules and taking out the filibuster and taking out the 60 vote necessity, because he wants to just up or down. So now the Democrats can get any crazy, dopey judge that they want to get in there. So that's why it's important that we get Charlotte Bergman in there.
Harry Reid now is supporting brothels being able to take tax write-off.
That's
we're
right.
Paying for
That's right.
brothels.
You know what? The Bunny Ranch guy was on Bill O'Reilly. The Bunny Ranch guy.
Exactly.
Wake
up, America. Wake up, Memphis. We need good representation, and I'm here to serve you.
And if you're listening to this program, stay awake, because Counterpoint is up next. Brent and Glenn and Hank. Brent and Glenn coming right at us. Stop booing them.
Y'all need to borrow my pistol.
And I know y'all gonna talk more about Duck Dynasty. All right. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, God bless America. Adios.